Here's a question for me and you can choose how to answer. Right, yeah. Will I work through some past trauma? Yeah, you will. You will. You will. So this is actually a really good opportunity to just give some coaching advice, basically. What I do with trauma, I've had a few traumas, not as huge as some other people have, but I've had some traumas. I've always got a situation, you know, that kind of stuff. What you can do is per day, I'll scroll up so I can see what that was. Oh, yeah. Per day, before you go to sleep, you think back to the evening, the afternoon, and the morning. You think back to the whole day. Was there any trauma on that day? Because if there was any trauma, you got to look for the solution. You got to work out, okay, excuse me, this and that happened. Maybe they said something, maybe I said something that may have caused some trauma within me. And basically, how will I do it next time? Because that's your solution. So you do that for your day, every day, at night. And that way, you don't get trauma upon trauma, upon trauma, upon trauma, upon trauma, upon trauma, etc. If you sort out in the evening the trauma from the day and let it go, find a solution to it, then it's gone. And that might have just been somebody saying something that hurt you, or you thinking, oh my God, I wish I hadn't said that, or something like that, right? And you'll come to a point where you've implemented all your solutions, so you're not getting so many traumas anymore. And then when that happens, because you're still doing the evening, every evening, in the evening, you're like, okay, was there any trauma today? No, there wasn't any trauma today. You feel the gratitude in your heart for not having any trauma or caused any trauma that day. And then you can think back to the previous day or the previous day or the previous day. Just go back slightly, you know, just deal with the last little small, doesn't matter how big it is, trauma that you've had. Because then you'll stop putting trauma upon trauma upon trauma. And then you can start healing one little bit every day. So for me, that has really, really helped getting out of huge PTSD, chronic fatigue, all sorts of not good things. That was a longer time ago. So that's why in hindsight, this is what I've been doing, basically. Baby steps every single day. Every night, just revisit the day and make sure you find a solution for any issue, problem, especially trauma. Because we need your nervous system to calm down. And if you have trauma upon trauma upon trauma, then your nervous system can't slow down. And that's why I do what I do. I do coaching, I do healing, I do card reading, people come and see me. Sometimes it's just, I can show you something. Sometimes it's just putting my hands on somebody when they're sitting there for coaching. So above the eyebrows, one hand, and at the back of the head, where the head goes down. And you just hold yourself like this. You just hold yourself like that. Just like that. And you just keep holding it. If you're really frazzled, that will calm you down, just like that. I don't actually need my glasses. They can go there. So yeah, there you go. That's a little bit of coaching. It's, yes, exactly. So I have lots of stuff that happened when I was growing up. So all that kind of stuff still sits there, but at least I'm not having things stacked on top, on top, on top. Because then it goes up to here and you just can't, you know, you can't do anything anymore. So with the solution focus, that means you're focusing pretty much on the future. It's pretty much, okay, so this happened today. How will I react next time? Because the only thing you can control is your reaction. You can't control what other people do, right? And you can't control what happened in the past either. So, yeah. The main thing is to get your nervous system calmer. And for me, that was definitely working with every night working on, okay, thank you. Working on every night what little traumas happened that day so I didn't go to sleep with those traumas. Because in your sleep, you heal. I definitely, after my PTSD and chronic fatigue, I slept 12 hours a night, solid. You know, get up and go to the toilet, okay? But I wasn't like, okay, I'm on my phone now. I go to bed and I get up. And I slept about 12 hours a night, every night, for years on end. So I heal in my sleep, and I'm pretty sure everybody heals in their sleep. So if you go to sleep with your solution, that would feel a lot better than if you go to sleep with your trauma, right? Thank you very much for the hand hearts. I really appreciate that. 2 more, and we got our goal. Wow. So that's a bit of life coaching advice for you. Does that make sense? You can always book in for a personal session. Just go to enjoyyourlife.today. That's my website. Wow. Yeah, so hopefully that will... Thank you. It makes plenty of sense. That's great. Thank you. Thank you, Mallory. Thank you very much for your support for me. I'm glad I'm able to support you back in this way. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that everybody's here. And I hope that little coaching session from earlier actually helps a lot of people. Because, yeah, working on all my energies, doing daily healing for myself, because I have to fill my cup up. If my cup is not full, I cannot give. Oh, fair enough. Thank you so much, Mallory. I really, really, really appreciate you being here and paying it forward and everything. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hope it helped, and I hope I'll see you again, and then hopefully you can be more happy again, and make sure you settle all your trauma before you go to sleep, just from today. Thank you.